All right, everybody. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Still reeling over a tough week one loss, but we are in the early phases of moving on here. We are going to hit the end of that 48-hour period after a game where you process all the feels and then you move on to the next one. So be ready. Later this afternoon, early evening, time to think about week two. And I know a lot of you guys may not be super excited about week two at this point, but they're still going to go play the game. That's really all that can be said. So this is going to be Youth Watch Tuesday, where we take a look at the young players on the team, or to be more specific, I look at players that are still on their rookie contract with the Seahawks. How are they doing? Getting good production out of a lot of young players is indicative of a healthy organization that has a bright future, and a team that isn't getting a lot out of their young players that's indicative of an organization that is not doing their job, not doing well, and is probably headed towards a cliff. So let's go ahead and run through it. Let's go ahead and talk about it. There isn't a ton this week. I'm just going to say it, but let's discuss what can be discussed. Jalen Milroe did get his first ever NFL snap, and he got 1 yard, so there's not much to say. The impact of that play was more important than the play itself because it kind of killed a promising drive. Really annoying, but 58.3 PFF grade. Running backs, Ken Walker gave us nothing less than 2 yards a touch, 62.5 grade, though, so this is kind of my thing. Like PFF, I'm not saying they always get it wrong, but they seem to be coming down on the side of K9 did decent work. He was not appreciably better or worse than Charbonnet. He was about the same, and the circumstances allowed Charbonnet to be somewhat more efficient and effective. Charbonnet had nearly 4 yards a touch and a touchdown, but PFF thinks both guys are basically performing at an equal level. So I kind of agree with that. Maybe there's a slight difference, but again, I'm just looking at this and thinking to myself, why do we not block for one player, but we block for the other? That's what it felt like to me. Nothing for Helani. Oots played a decent amount in that game. He got like 19 snaps, which is significant, but did not grade well, which I'm not going to read a ton into that. It's his first ever NFL game, but we're asking him to do one thing. So you got to do that one thing, man. And that was one thing about this offense that we saw on Sunday that made some sense. We actually did use the fullback a lot. We did get an I formation a pretty decent amount, but Oots, according to PFF, did not hold up his end of the bargain, so your mileage may vary. The receivers, there's only one guy worth talking about, JSN. He had a monster game, of course, 9 touches, 124 yards, 76.1. Admittedly, he had a fumble. He also had a drop, and I know a lot of people are not considering that drop to be a drop, but I feel like it was. It's a tough drop, right? It's not a drop I'm going to be furious about, but it is still a drop. So high usage creates mistakes. And something tells me that if this team, if this offense throws the ball to JSN 13 times a game going forward, that's not a formula for success. You're going to see more mistakes. You're going to see more problems. So cut that out. Horton didn't really do anything, didn't get graded well. Bobo was out. Barner, 2 touches for 2 yards. The only thing he really did was a QB sneak of all things, which was cool to see. And then Arroyo had 1 catch for 7 yards, so not a lot going on there. Not really much to say. Before we go any further into this video, I want to tell you a little bit about my friends over at Sleeper. Have you heard about the app, the Sleeper app? Download it. I'm going to let you in on a little something now. It's more than just a platform for fantasy leagues. Yes, this year, millions of users enjoyed playing fantasy sports on Sleeper, but there is so much more to this app. There are live stats, real-time updates, and visualizations on all stats. News feed is lightning fast. You get updates on your favorite players and teams. There is a chat you can use in real time to engage with other users about plays and performances. All kinds of fun stuff like that over there. So download the Sleeper app, the #1 sports app today. Experience it yourself. Use promo code SBN to get a $100 match on your first deposit. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Currently operational in over 25 states. Check out Sleeper today. SBN promo code. Back to the video. The offensive line, there was some, oh boy, man, this voice thing is not getting any better. Sorry, guys. Offensive line, there was some good stuff here. No penalties. In fact, the only penalty on offense the whole day, I think, was on Sam Darnold for the intentional delay of game. So basically, the whole offense had no penalties, which is crazy good. And it's also crazy that you can't find a way to win that game with that kind of a advantage in your back pocket. And the only guy who gave up multiple pressures in this game was Abe Lucas, who did ultimately end up getting dinged, and that's what happens when you give up a strip sack fumble on the most important play of the game. But everybody else did at least serviceable, including Zabel, and Cross was great. And Cross continues to move towards the status as one of the best left tackles in the league, and let's get that guy locked up. That's what I have to say about that. Like, Zabel was okay. It was flawed, but not a bad game. Sundell, we shouldn't be expecting the world of Jalen Sundell. Sorry, guys. He's a UDFA second-year player with almost no experience. And Bradford, my eye test told me he played really bad. PFF says he played fine. So maybe the truth is somewhere in the middle. I don't know. Moving over to the defense, the only guy who really did anything on the defensive line that was young was Murphy. He's really our only young defensive lineman that plays right now. 6 tackles. I thought he played well, but he's playing out of position. 62.9 is not really a big impact grade, but you see the talent, you see the ability, you see where he could be an elite 3 tech if you just played him there. But we're stuck here with Murphy playing a lot of nose, and it doesn't seem like it's going to get any better. I don't understand it. I don't get it. This is a simple thing to take care of. The team didn't take care of it in the offseason. The team had many opportunities to bring in a competent nose tackle or let Jaron Reed play nose tackle this year. And instead, they're doing this. And it's very annoying and very frustrating. And even at nose tackle, I thought Murphy played good. It's just, what is it for? How much bigger of an impact could he have if you were rotating him with Big Cat at 3 tech and you had legitimate nose tackles at the 1 tech spot? Tyrese Knight, 7 tackles, but didn't seem to play very well. I didn't think he played awful, but the grading was pretty bad. Rewatching the game a little bit, it was pretty forgettable. It seemed like he was having some real issues out there. There is a little bit of a grace period here. He is coming off an injury, but that was not a great start to his sophomore year. And there is a reason why McDonald indicated that Drake Thomas could push him a little bit. Now, Thomas wasn't very good either. He had at least 1 missed tackle out there that I can remember off the top of my head, but he was graded a lot better, and he did come in with 2 tackles, so there's something going on there. But hopefully things get better. That's what I can say about that. Edge rushers both played okay, Mafe and Hall. Mafe provided a lot of pressure, but a lot of it felt like empty calories. Hall did a pretty good job pushing back into the pocket on a couple of plays. I thought he played a tough game, but neither was able to make the big splash play that really could have flipped the game. And that's kind of where we are with these 2 guys right now. They're good, but when are they going to take that next step? This was an opportunity to take that next step, maybe deliver a game-winning play, and neither of them did it, and it's frustrating. So 66.6, 65.7, that's certainly NFL caliber. That's not bad. That's actually good, but I don't think there was a monster impact there, whatever PFF might say about Mafe's 5 total pressures. Cornerback, we got some young cornerbacks on this team, of course. Reek Woolen played one of the worst games of his career. He did have a very nice pass deflection in the corner of the end zone that saved saved 4 points. Well, maybe 3 with the way Jake Moody was kicking, but again, this series is specifically for a quick overview of things. So I'm not going to dig deep into why Woolen was bad, but if you watch the game, you know. I don't need to expound on that. 4 tackles, 1 pass deflection, 37.4. Devin Witherspoon, 8 tackles, 66 grades. So not a bad game, but I know some people are waiting for the big impact with Witherspoon, waiting for him to become a Pat Surtain level player. And it doesn't seem like it happened on Sunday. So I get the frustration. I get the impatience. This is year 3 now. I know he's a very good player, I know he's a great player. Is he an elite player? I don't think we found out yet. Nehemiah Pritchett had 1 tackle on special teams, 51.9 grade, though. He missed 2 tackles on special teams. I don't think it had a real impact on the game. I don't think he gave up big plays or anything, but is worth noting. Not well graded there. Safety, Kobe Bryant had a lot of tackles, but that's not really a good thing necessarily. 50.1 grade speaks to the fact that they don't think he was very effective or efficient. So, not a great start to his contract year. And Nick Emenwari. I mean, it was a great start, but the start is all we got. We didn't get to see the middle or the end. And we didn't get to see much of a start, too. It was 5 plays and he was out. So, I like what I see, but I didn't get to see a lot. All right, so not a great week. Not a great week if we're being honest. Like, what here really stands out in some super positive way? Maybe I'd say Cross and possibly Murphy. JSN, sure, but when you get thrown the ball 13 times in a game, you're going to produce. So even that's kind of like, I'd rather spread the ball around a little bit more. And that's really all that need be said. All right, so sorry for my voice, guys. Hopefully it gets better soon. Content creation, man. I got to start, I don't know, maybe the day will come where I have to start using an AI voice. I don't know. That's never going to happen. You guys would hate that. All right, everyone have a great day. Another video coming soon. Go Hawks. And yeah, it's Tuesday. Let's try to get better.